Hey, listeners of the Yellow City Comedy Podcast. This is Mo Alexander. He's from Memphis. His website is slapthestupid.com. He's been doing comedy for 23 years, since April 1993.
One of the funniest fucking dudes I've ever met. I actually had the fucking honor of getting to open for this guy, the first professional comedian I ever got to open for. One of the funniest dudes I ever met, man. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm great, buddy. How you doing?
Oh, just chilling. Started my new job this week, so a little worn out, but...
What's your new job, sir?
I got the assistant manager position at Mobile.
All right, selling prepaid burner phones.
There
That's
you
what I'm
go.
talking about.
Yeah, he's a working man now.
I call it community service, man. They got to get away with it somehow.
You think that's community service both ways. You're doing you're doing good deeds for people who need phones, and criminals can get you good hookup on weed. That's what I'm talking about.
Dude, that's all I need. Every dollar that's spent in that place smells like pot.
Every dollar. Okay, that's funny. That's funny.
But yeah, man, I was telling the listeners of the podcast, you're the first professional comedian I got to open for, man. That was awesome. We had a good time that night.
We did have a good time that night. Scally, you're a pretty funny young man. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, man, for sure. So, we just kind of want to ask some questions. You've been doing comedy 23 years.
Yeah, man.
What made you want to get into comedy?
Oh, Jesus. Comedy is one of these things I've always wanted to be a comic. Even when I was a little kid, I used to perform at my barbershop when I get my hair cut. I remember get some little stupid joke books when I was like 5 or 6 years old and go and do 5 minutes of comedy, just memorize all of them. But I had a crazy girlfriend back in 93 when me and her were watching Evening at the Improv one night, and she was like, I said the phrase, I'm funnier than half these people. She was like, put up or shut up. And did an open mic 2 weeks later, been here ever since.
Dude, that's awesome. That's like, man, it's like, was it super hard for you to get on stage the first time? Because, man, it took a lot out of me just to even get up there and do a couple minutes.
No, I had a small theater background too. I had done theater in high school and all that stuff. So I didn't have a problem getting on stage. I had a problem trying to figure out, as probably you do too, starting. You had a problem just trying to write what I want to talk about. Because I had all these stupid things in my head that are funny, and they were funny to some of my friends, but that doesn't qualify as funny on stage. So I had to just figure out who and what I was doing at the time.
Have you actually felt your voice change? I mean, I know it has over 23 years.
It definitely has. You have no clue who you are when you first begin.
What kind
of so you just go, huh?
What kind of comedian did you start out as?
Skylar's gonna laugh at this, but I used to be really clean on stage.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I am gonna laugh.
I used to be Sinbad level clean.
That's insane. No way.
Seriously. If you ever heard my first CD, next time I'll hang out with you, I'll bring you a copy of the very first one that's not on iTunes and other stuff. But it was recorded in like '98, and it's a clean show. I think the worst thing I say is like, there's a clean show. It could have been televised. It was that clean.
Yeah, I saw. I was looking stuff up whenever I heard you were coming to town. And I saw a clean set of yours, and whenever I got to the show, I was like, so he's a relatively clean comic, and then I heard your mouth, and I was like, this guy fucking rules.
Yeah, that clean set was for San Francisco the Seattle comedy competition. Both Seattle and San Francisco are run by the same people, and every week, one show is designated as TV clean. So you had to be TV clean for that one night. The next night I could just be myself.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So was it just like a trend of the '90s to do that kind of clean comedy? Because I didn't think about it the first time I got into comedy. I was like, no, I want to say fuck on stage.
Well, I feel like
as they taught me, as I learned back in the day, it's really easy to be dirty. It's really hard to be dirty and funny. So, legitimately funny. You can put fuck somewhere and wait, can I curse on the podcast? Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. You can say, I didn't know what might have been a Christian podcast. No one warned me.
Oh, come on. Don't do that to us.
So, no, it's really easy to write. It's easy to write something just dirty to be dirty. That's easy. But if you write something really creative and funny, clean, that's a lot more interesting to do. And then as your voice changes in time, you just, I'm not saying you get dirtier as you go along, but as I went along, it was like, hey, I'm going to be clean. And then as I went further and further, I was just like, fuck these people. Let me be who I really am, because I'm a lot darker mentally off stage than I am on stage.
I gotta ask, because I've been wanting to ask since the day I met you. How was it being protested by the Westboro Baptist Church?
Oh, it's one of the best things on the planet. It wasn't like the whole church came out. There was like 13 people who came out to tell everybody that going to see me would lead them down the path of hell, and God hate Mo. And like, and it was one of those fellas, God hate homos. I'm like, I'm just Mo, not homo. What are your problem? but it was pretty awesome to me, because it made me laugh about it, and sold out 7 shows because these idiots came out to protest somebody that nobody had virtually heard of at the time, and they're just like, "This is Mo Alexander. I don't know. He's going to hell. Let's go see
him." That's awesome, dude. Yeah, we have a group like that where we live. They're called Repent Amarillo, and within
Repent Amarillo.
Yeah. And within my first month of comedy, I made sure to write a bit about them to see if I could get them to show up.
They carry around this big 8-foot metal cross on the back of their pickup trucks.
And they go to bars and yell at people.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's super funny.
The next time I come down Amarillo, we gotta hunt these guys down.
Oh yeah, I'll message them.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Yeah, let's get protesting in Amarillo. I'm down for it. Let's see if we can get them to burn a big metal 8-foot cross at me. Let's see what happens.
So, the slapthestupid.com.
Nope. Wait, is it slapthestupid.com? Yes, it is. Sorry, I can't remember my own website sometimes. It's slapthestupid.com or moalexander.net if you want to be nice to people and give them that. You want to have some 90-year-old woman say, it's moalexander.net, and then she's surprised, but slapthestupid.com. Yes, that's the same.
All right.
We know it stems from that fucking amazing joke that you have, like the one good piece of advice you want everybody to leave with. But how did you get, what was the source for that material? Like, what made you want to write that joke?
That bit wrote itself after you know what? I really don't know where that bit came from. It evolved on its own after just having a bad week. And I know where it happened. I know how it happened. I was recording a CD in Memphis a few years ago, and it was something that just happened on stage. Somebody had said something, heckled me, and I beat them down verbally, of course.
Yeah, I saw you do that.
And then something just happened to me, like, you really should slap stupid people. You just really need to slap the shit out of stupid people. And it just progressed from that to what it is today.
So it's really just like an improv kind of thing, like you just did.
Yeah, it started off as an improv bit. It started off as just be freeforming, going off on somebody, and that got a laugh, and then the next statement got a laugh. I'm just like, let's put this together and see what happens. As I'm recording a CD, it didn't make that CD because it was something brand new and fresh, and I had to work it out to where it is now. That whole thing, right. And but yeah, that's how that happened. Some of the best comedy happens to you live on stage, and you have to write it down right then, or you forget about it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
A couple nights ago, I think I was in Augusta, Georgia, and I said the phrase that midgets are humans' version of Tyrannosaurus Rex's because of the tiny arms, and lost my brain on stage. I'm like, that's kind of stupid. I can't believe I just said that.
That's amazing, dude. So you live in Memphis?
I live in Memphis, Tennessee. I travel the world as much as possible.
Yeah,
I'm getting back to traveling the world as much as possible.
Yeah. Actually, I get to keep up with your stuff on Facebook. I get to see some of the posts about how you're feeling much better and stuff like that, man. And we're glad to hear it.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, got my gym membership last week. Started to work out and get this leg stronger.
Hell yeah.
So I can, because last year for me was kind of hellacious, and even getting back on the road in September, because I'm a psychopath. I got out of the hospital July 9th. Excuse me, I don't want to say it wrong. I got out of the rehab facility. I got out of the hospital June 18th. Went into rehab. I was in rehab to July 2nd, and I was on stage in a wheelchair July 9th.
That's fucking...
that's
what I was telling people, man, after I got to meet you and perform with you and everything. I was like, This gentleman, he died twice last year, and he's on the road doing stand-up comedy. Like, that's the commitment and the passion behind that, dude. Plus, I don't know, you should address more on stage that you're kind of a zombie, man.
Yeah, pretty much. Me and Jesus are the only zombies. Oh, never mind. I know, seriously, I am got technically a zombie. I'm like a smart Hulk zombie. I have a brain, and I don't eat others' brains. But pretty much, yeah, died twice. Heard some phrases you never want to hear professionally said in a hospital. Like, oh shit, I nicked an artery. Stuff like
You're like, I'm awake right now.
I'm awake. You know I can hear y'all, right? You know I heard you say that, and oh god, yeah, but I'm here now.
That just shows like the level of passion that comedy's brought for you in this world. You know what I mean? Like, it's. Could you see yourself doing anything else?
Since I didn't join the CIA out of college, this is my thing. This is my thing. I'm either supposed to kill people legally for the United States government or tell jokes. So, one of the two.
So does that mean you're going to go to the midnight premiere of Central Intelligence by Dwayne The Rock? Is that the fulfillment of your dream there?
No. I will wait till we can bootleg that on the Pirate Bay. That's what that is. That's a Pirate Bay bootleg movie right there. That's not one I'm going to go pay to see. So.
Nice.
Hell yeah, man. Tristan, I forgot to tell you, this Mo, this guy, he took more shots of tequila while on stage than I've ever seen anybody in my life.
See, I'm trying not to do that, and then Toby sat there, hey, send Mo Alexander shots, and I'm like, no, my blood thinners, no. Because you don't understand, my old record, I have a record for this. My record is 19 double shots tequila on stage. Walked off stage, got paid, went to my car, had someone drive me to the hotel, and I was completely still okay I was okay. I wasn't like, I'm drunk. I'm like, all right, that was a good show. Talk to y'all later. Went back to the room, watched TV, passed out, woke up the next day. 19 double shots. So you haven't seen anything, but I'm trying not to do that anymore. Right. I'm trying not to.
Stories like that make it, like, it's no surprise you and Doug Stanhope are buddies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we were just talking about the one night while I was naked in Memphis with Stanhope at a show, and I don't even know how that began. There was drinking involved, and yeah, we're weird.
But yeah, like, sorry, I blanked.
Okay.
I blanked out. I don't even know what was going on. Fuck.
Sorry, dog.
Have you actually got a chance to read his new book?
Not yet. I haven't got a chance yet. I plan on getting it this week and checking it out. Even though I know the whole mom story.
Right.
In fact, the last time he toured Memphis was, I think it was probably a couple months before I actually went to the hospital, and we were hanging out. And he changed one of his bits. Because he talks about his mom taking all these morphine pills. He's like, leave some for us, Mom.
Yeah.
That's 90. And he's like, that's 90 morphine pills. And he was like, the 90 morphine pills will take out Mo Alexander. And I'm like, you son of a bitch. But he did it because in Memphis, because everybody knows me. So as soon as he did, the whole room exploded. I'm like, you bastard.
That's fucking funny, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited because I've been keeping up with it. I heard he's doing an audiobook for it, where he's reading the audiobook, and if you listen to his podcast, he's like, he doesn't care about the podcast quality anymore because he's had to keep the room so quiet for the audiobook reading.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck it. He said he'll stumble over his words 1,000,000 times.
Yeah, you know what? I might wait on the audio version of that book, because that's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited about it.
I hope he's doing drugs and drinking heavily the entire time.
Us too.
Yeah, he doesn't want to let down his fans.
Oh yeah. I love Doug. He's one of the coolest people on the planet.
He's
another cool dude is JT.
Oh yeah, I got to meet him like 2 days after I got to meet you. Actually, he played No Dogs as well.
Yeah, I couldn't make that show. We drove all day to get there, but we ended up hanging out with JT that night.
Yeah. And, I was supposed to be there, but I had something come up.
That's right. You did make a call in that night. JT and I actually gonna do a small mini tour in December together since we've never had a chance to work together.
Oh, y'all should definitely come through Amarillo.
I can't make that promise, but I'll see what we can do.
Perfect. I
Very
did.
Cool.
I think Tristan was wanting to ask you something actually.
Go ahead, Tristan. Ask away, brother.
All right, so you started in the 90s. Does that change? Like, do you have any different opinions on comedy nowadays? Has it changed a lot for you?
Yeah, comedy's completely changed. Maybe not the stage work, but everything behind the scenes has completely changed. Because, like, now there's stuff like Google Maps. I have a cell phone that I can use. Uh,
Yeah.
Back when I started, it was horrible. Cell phone plan. I got unlimited minutes and data on my phone. I can do pretty much anything. Back then, you'd have a book of maps trying to get places, trying to find a payphone when your car broke down and had to get to gigs.
So it really used to be a lot harder.
Yeah, seriously. I no longer. Back in the day, you used to have to send in videotapes to bookers that they wouldn't watch right away, if ever. And trying to look professional, not have like a 6-hour VHS tape to send in. I did. This is what kind of comic I am, dude. I used to order Soloflex videos. You remember those Soloflex commercials?
Yeah.
Did you ever see those? You know what I'm talking about, even?
Yeah, I do.
So they used to send you a videotape to watch and see if you wanted to order one of those. I had like 30 different names. I had 30 different of those tapes just so I could record like a 15-minute set on those and then send those to bookers.
I wonder if they thought it was Soloplex sending it.
Oh no, I had a business card that I taped over the Soloflex thing. Yeah, exactly.
I know
you're more resourceful than I am, man.
I'm a creative. I gotta think out the box.
And you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta send those tapes in.
Gotta send those tapes in. Why send a 6-hour tape when I could get a free 15-minute one for free?
Was it like this in the 90s where it's like fucking you really get in trouble for saying stuff nowadays?
Oh no! Yeah, you always get in trouble for that. You know how many clubs have banned me from saying stuff? Because seriously, people are like, I mean, I've gotten in so much trouble for saying things, and there are clubs I'll never work again because like, hey, you said this on stage, yeah, and well, that's kind of mean. Yeah, and there's this one club. I'm not gonna tell you the name of it because, well,
of course,
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be mean. But okay, so occasionally I sing a horribly dirty song that I make up because I'm weird and I want to sing sometimes. It usually happens drunk. Back in the day, I had an R. Kelly song talking about he was the world's greatest statutory rapist. And it was, yeah. And I had a club owner come up to me like, hey, you know that R. Kelly song you did earlier tonight? Yeah, could you not do that again? It's really a sense of, did the people complain? No, but well, then go to fuck yourself. And yeah, that was the first and last time I worked that club. I'm like, go to hell.
Go to hell.
Yeah, seriously. I'm like, if the people aren't complaining to you and they're shaking my hand and buying my merchandise right now, and you're complaining because your wife told you to say that was an inappropriate song, go fuck yourself.
I gotta admit, like I said, I thought you were at least cleaner comic because I saw that one set, and
right.
I ended up doing my jokes and you were laughing, and then I could hear you laughing when I did my Jesus jokes, and I was like, oh man, tonight's gonna get dark. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, the darker material, I'm not dark to be funny. I'm funny because I'm dark. The sickest stuff on this planet makes me laugh. That alligator baby thing this week, you don't know how much I've had to sit back rocking in my chair like, don't post that, Mo. Don't post that. Don't post that.
I've lost that game already. I've posted so many jokes already. We had a bit on the podcast. We were like, what kind of Muslim alligator steals a baby from a park?
What kind of Muslim alligator steals a baby from a park? God damn it, that's funny. That's goddamn funny. What kind of... And the answer would be a Sunni.
I liked yours more. You were like, what did you said? You were like, oh, so the alligator got redemption for the gorilla.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Yeah.
poetic justice.
What was funny about that was I posted that, and then like 2 hours later, someone made a cartoon meme of that and put McGilla Gorilla and Wally Gator together. I'm like, that's my joke someone just put up there. I don't know if you saw my other joke. I'm gonna say it on the podcast because I don't care. It's more than enough time. Somebody got mad at me about it already, but do I give a fucking care? No. It's like the hold on. The the dad who lost his son fighting the alligator, he also lost his hand. And Disney felt so bad about that they've already given him the part of Hook in the next Peter Pan movie. And here's the part I did not post. And even though that's really cool, I really wouldn't take that part in the next Peter Pan movie as Hook, because that would just be starring in a movie about another boy who will never grow up.
God damn it.
You're the only people who are getting that joke, so that's gonna be on the airwaves. That's if I get in trouble from someone, I know what happens. Your fans call that joke in.
Oh, dude.
I haven't even posted that one on Facebook, Twitter, or my website because I'm like, yeah, I can't even get away with that one.
Oh no, man. Look, we said so. Like we've gotten pretty dark on here, man. Like one of our last podcasts, a couple of them ago was named Black Jesus because we got into this whole how Jesus is really black if he's real, and it got so out of hand that we had to post it because we had to have one up within like the next 12 hours. So
right.
we were just like, fuck it. I guess we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Hey, that's cool, man. You gotta post it. Have fun with this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we very rarely take this thing seriously. We do the interviews. This is the most serious thing we do.
Well, that's cool. I mean, that's valid. I mean, the interviews can be serious, but you gotta have fun with this shit. Don't take yourself too seriously. That's the whole thing about my show. People take themselves too seriously. Just relax, have some fun, and teabag your best friend.
Yep. Like you do.
Like you do.
Yeah, we all know that fun game.
Exactly. I had to teabag into someone in the Bahamas 2 weeks ago. Like, what is teabagging? Okay, let me show you, man.
What is it like being a road comic, man? Like, I'm so interested in that. I can't wait to do the road.
There are ups and downs, just like everything. One night I'll be in Vegas with a room of, 500 people, and it feels great. The next night you'll be in the middle of Augusta, Georgia, with 13 rednecks who barely understand English.
So, I mean, mostly fun.
Mostly fun, yeah. The worst, I'll tell anybody, the worst part about being a road comic or a comic or whatever, the worst part about being on the road is literally being on the road. Once you get to your hotel and once you're chilled on stage, that's where you have fun. Everything else is just hell. Getting the gig, getting to the gig, dealing with the hotel staff, dealing with everybody around you. I mean, the best part about doing the show is getting on stage to a crowd that's never seen you before, who has no idea who you are, or if they do know who you are, just having fun with those people for that time.
Yeah, man. I didn't ever, I didn't think of doing comedy till I was 25, which I really wish I would have thought about it earlier. I knew I was obsessed with it. I watched it all the time, and I really enjoyed it. But I didn't ever think I was like that. I never even thought about doing it. And then I had a friend who ran an open mic. He was like, "You just gotta do it." And the moment I did it, I was like, "I don't think there's anything else out there for me, man. I think this is it."
Good. If you know what you're doing, I mean, if you know this is what you want to do it. Just don't back out. This is one of these things you're all in, and you're all in for a long time. It's not like, oh, I've been doing this 5 years, I haven't got anywhere. Most people, I was kind of a little bit more advanced for some reason, but most people, 5 years is nothing, and you got to get a lot longer into it than that.
Absolutely.
And I think Skylar just hit his year mark. I'm less than a year right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you were here a couple months ago. I think about a month ago is whenever my time hop told me that I'd been doing it for a year.
Right. Well, Skylar surprised me, dude, because when Shay said she had a local, and I was like, all right, does he suck? And she was like, I don't think he does. And I was like, all right, good. And you went up and surprised the shit out of me, dude. You're fucking funny.
I really fucking appreciate it, man. You're
That's not me being nice. That's me telling you you're fucking funny. That's not me being nice at all. I'm one of the biggest assholes when it comes to funny at all. If somebody's not funny, I'm just like, yeah, and what is your name again? You need to leave me the fuck alone. But no, dude, you can call me anytime. You have some good stuff, dude. And Tristan, I wish you the well. I wish you well on yours.
Yeah, man. I mean, next time you come down, we'll see if we can get you to come see one of my performances. I can't say that I'll impress you at all.
Well, hey, don't try to impress me. Just be funny. Well, that's all I ask. Just be funny.
right. So speaking of funny, like who are some of your favorite comics? I know we talked about JT and Doug and all that, but like as far as like up and coming comics or like even professional, like who are some of your favorite ones?
Most of the comics I mentioned, you will not know their name because they're not famous. Because unfortunately, this gig of ours, you could be one of the funniest people out there, and no one's ever heard of you. And somebody who goes up and sucks but look cute and has a sellable face, you'll hear their name way before anybody else. Like one of I'm all over the place too. Like Dale Jones is very funny, dude. Very goofy. I've known him since we both started. He started in Nashville when I started in Memphis. We became good friends.
So he's been doing it over 20 years as well.
Yeah, yeah. His wife, Jody White, she's also very funny. But at the same time, there are comics like, okay, who do I like right now? Good God, comics that I love right now. I've always loved Louis C.K. He's always been great. Always, even in the mid '90s, he was great.
I look up everything I can on that guy. He's definitely set the bar high.
Yeah, he pisses me off that much. I piss people off with the amount of material I write, and he pisses me off with the amount he writes. I'm like, God damn it! How do you do that?
Have you ever got the chance to meet the guy?
Long time ago in the late '90s, when AOL was still a thing.
Okay, I think I remember that for like 3 days of my life.
Well, yeah, exactly. There used to be a couple things. There was this one thing called alt.comedy.stead, which was a news group where all the comics would hang out, and Louis was a regular in there. So me and Louis used to talk back in the day. And then there was another thing, like the Improv had a message board on AOL, and all the comics nationwide would get off on their shows and just bitch about the shit that happened to them that night. It was great. But not me and Louis in person. No, we used to talk online a lot, but not in person.
Right on.
Who else do I like? Comic named W. Kamau Bell. He's on a show right now.
Yeah, I know
On
him.
CNN, United Shades of America. He's a great comic. Then there's comic. Susanna Lee, who's in L.A. right now. She's very funny. Jackie Cation. Laurie Kilmartin is one of the funniest people on this planet, and she doesn't get enough love. Do you know Laurie Kilmartin?
I've heard the name. I can't say that I know the material. No.
Check her out. She is one of the best. She's one of the reasons I'm still a comic.
Oh, what was the name one more time so I can write it down?
Laurie Kilmartin.
Awesome, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. Any comic, dude. Like, I was so blown away. Like, you're definitely in my top 5 favorite comics, man. Like the style.
Thank you, sir.
The style of comedy you do is like you really can't compare it to too many other comics out there, man.
You want to know what my style of comedy is? This is my style of comedy. I have me and 10 of my friends are in somebody's house living room. I have just come off the road, and this is the bullshit you guys have missed out on in my life. That is how I describe my show.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Because we all hang out as friends, and it's just not like I'm better than anybody. It's just like, you wouldn't believe the bullshit that I went through this week.
Yeah, like
here we go.
There's story comics, but like yours is so much more personal almost. Like, it's not like you're telling a story that you wrote down. You're just like, motherfucker, like this shit just happened. Or you'll tell, and it's like you're sharing it with people you've known your entire life.
Yeah, that's the way I look at comedy. I mean, I am the performer. I'm the guy getting paid to work that night. But why should I make it feel like this is I mean, I want those people to know, hey, we all here together. We're all human beings. We're all going to sit around and drink, talk shit about things. Some of you might agree with me. Some of you might not agree with me. But fuck it. Doesn't matter because this is what happened to me, and I'm telling it to people, and that's the way I take my show every time. I don't want to be stuffy. I can't wear a suit on stage. It makes me all uncomfortable. I just want to relax. I'm not wearing shorts on stage. I'm just wearing a jeans and a t-shirt. Just want to hang out and hang out and you drink a couple shots of the people and do 2-3 shows a night, whatever it takes.
That's fucking awesome, man.
So you said that Laurie Kilmartin is one of the reasons you're still doing comedy. Did you almost quit comedy at one point?
Oh my God! After going on the road, when I had been doing let me tell you. So in 1996, my grandmother died, left me her house, and she was pretty much the only reason I lived in Memphis. So after that happened, I just went full time. So I went full time. My first road gigs went from August of '96 till December. That's when I finally came back home on the road. And within the first 5 or 6 weeks, I had worked with every bullshit hack on the planet. At least that's how it seemed.
Yeah.
It's like nobody was writing. Half this stuff was like 20-year-old jokes in. It just was like, it burned me out real quick on their creativity because I came from a group of people in Memphis where we always tried to challenge each other. Another comic named Tony Tone, another comic originally from Memphis, all we did was he'd do a joke and I try to top him. I'd do a joke, he'd try to top me. So when I went on the road, I expected competition, and there wasn't any. It was just like these guys doing the same exact set, no deviation from it, nothing. And I hated watching it. And
yeah, I bet it had to get draining after the fifth time you've seen that hour.
Yeah, it's not the fifth time. The second time, I'm like, I would expect some deviation. Like you see my show 2 nights in a row. It's not gonna be exactly the same. There's gonna be some things that talk about the same. They might come out differently depending on what's going on that night in the room or what's happening in my life that day. But there's gonna be some crossover. These guys were word for word every night. I'm just like, this sucks ass. And I worked with Laurie Kilmartin in Augusta, Georgia one weekend. One week. Back then, there were Tuesday through Sunday clubs. And I was the host and MC. She was the feature act. And some guy we both hated headline, he sucked ass. But here's the thing, they sucked ass, but the crowds loved him because he would just do everything they liked. Laurie and I just sat in the back of the room, the back of the backstage area, like, yuck, because we knew the shit he was doing. It's all tricks and there's no real jokes, and he's doing all this hacky stuff from the 80s, and we're like, ugh. So we just talked about it, and he was like, all right, every night you and me write a new joke and try it on stage. And I was like, I fucking love you. And every single night we'd go out, we'd write a new joke, or at least one new joke, and try it on stage every single night for that entire week. And that brought my not my confidence, but my comfortability back with being a comic. I was like, good, there are some of us who like to write. I don't want to do the same act I did 20 years ago right now. That's stupid. Yeah. I'm a different person from then.
Yeah, like over the last year, I've made it to where I have at least 2 separate 30-minute sets that I can do if I need to, because
that's impressive.
I got tired of saying the jokes on stage. It became more of like I was just spitting them out instead of actually enjoying what I was doing. And so
exactly.
But then it doesn't hurt now that I can bring some of that first half hour. Now that I realize what was good and what was bad out of it, or like what needed work, I can work on them, or I can pull them out of the hat. Like if the show's not going well, like, all right, well, I'm gonna hit you with this hard one that I know landed for 4 or 5 months straight.
Right.
And then it's gonna destroy now, and like so. But yeah, definitely, I see what you're saying about like I have to write, I have to have new material, or it's just not fun.
Now, are you like do you pull like a George Carlin and ditch it all after a year, or is there a statute of limitations?
No, I can't ditch it all like after a year. I have to ditch it. I have to ditch it in and it takes more than a year for me to write a new hour. It takes about a year and a half for me to write a completely new hour. So what I do is I keep as much as I can throw away as much as I can by adding in new jokes, new bits as they go, as I write them, and as I do that, something will drop out. And then by the time I return to a city in a year, I might have one joke left that they saw last year, but I have the rest of it new.
Nice. So
Yeah,
you don't really even mean to, like in that situation specifically, you didn't even mean to have that joke as kind of a nostalgic factor for them. It's just kind of how the cookie crumbled for that one.
yeah, exactly. And usually, it still would have changed within that time period. It's still not the same word for word joke. It's gonna be something has happened to make that joke evolve.
Right.
Yeah,
Dude,
like
you actually gave me some of the best advice I've ever had in my life because I actually texted you. I was like, "Hey, man, I'm about to go on stage. I'm thinking about winging it," and you were like, "Do not do it. And go up there with how you're gonna open and you know how you're gonna close, and
yeah.
and then you can play with the middle." And had I not known that, I would have bombed tremendously, dude.
Yeah, don't wing it. Never wing it because unless you are so damn funny that everything you know can come out of your mouth is funny. Don't wing it. Know what you want to open with. Know what you want to close with. You can play with the middle. You can always play with the middle because once you get them on your side, they'll listen to you for a while. And after you do that, you can play with them and you can take them up and take them down. I used to be famous for doing something really stupid. I would give them 15 minutes where they loved me. I turned the table on them for 15 minutes and make them hate me. Some people want to fight me, but by the end of the last 15 minutes, they were like, "Oh, we really like you. We see what you did there." So I play with their roller coaster. I play with their emotions on a roller coaster, and have fun with them.
I think that's the most important thing, right? Just
Yeah,
I think your set you can have just a killer set, but if you're not enjoying it, the crowd's not gonna enjoy it because you're not sending that vibe out.
right. I've always said this is something I've always held true that when even though this is my career, this is what I get paid to do, this is how I pay my bills. Whenever stand-up comedy becomes my job, it's time to quit because no one likes their job.
Fair enough.
That's a good way to put it.
Yep. My job is being in a car for 12 hours getting somewhere. That's my job. Getting on stage is my relaxation.
That's fucking amazing, dude. That's something I should really like. I want to hold on to that one.
Yeah, me too.
Do it, man. You gotta understand this. Yes, your job is to go up on a consistently nightly basis and make people laugh about the tragedy in your life or in the world around them. You can do that, and that's where you have fun. Driving 12 hours to get there, flying however many hours in a plane, that's not fun. That's not fun at all. That's your job. But when the stand-up becomes your job, go ahead and quit. Just go ahead and quit. Your job is getting there. The fun begins when you're performing.
That's awesome,
Yeah,
man.
man, that's really motivational. That's a real nice. Like I haven't heard it put that way before.
Well,
You should give motivational speeches, Mo.
A motivational speech.
you know what? That might happen one day when I get bored. Motivational speaking by Moo. Hello.
Yeah, you can call it the slap the stupid speech.
See, here's the thing, though. The next time you see me, we won't even talk about that. We won't even do that ever again because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it.
Oh, I could only imagine.
I have much more deviant things to talk about. I have much more interesting to talk about.
So is it
I mean,
official
I
you're
hate
giving
to
up
give-
your superhero slapping the stupid, like the truth, like you wanted everyone to know at the end? Slap stupid people, kick kids
Slap
off
stupid
bikes.
people. That's the thing. That's the thing. When I finally die and stay dead, I'm gonna make him put it on my tombstone. Slap the stupid.
When I finally die and stay dead.
Yeah, don't you like that? It's always funny to say, the first time I died. What did you just say? Somebody said that to me on the airplane. I was telling them, the first time I died. What did you just say to me? I said the first time. Okay, never mind.
Well, what about next time? Well, let's talk about the second.
Second time I died. Well, second time. I mess with folks so much about this stuff. And it's all true. I mean, all the stories you heard about me dropping dead and coming back and the rehab stories and my Aunt Jackie and the yellow Michael Jackson shirt, all those are true.
That's fucking awesome, man.
That was the only good thing. That was the only good thing about being in the hospital. I didn't have to write material.
It was just writing itself.
it just kept happening to me, and as I'm complaining to the nurses and doctors, there's always one of them in the corner laughing, trying not to laugh at what I'm saying to them.
Yeah.
One of my doctors, like the second day I'm in the hospital, one of my doctors, an ICU unit, was named Dr. Heckle, and I laughed in his face. He's like, why are you laughing? He's like, your name is Heckle. I'm a comedian. We should be enemies.
Why are you helping
He's like, you're
me?
not really a comedian, are you? Like, yes, I am, Dr. Heckle.
Yes, I am, Dr. Heckle. That's fucking amazing, man. Well, so what are you getting into nowadays? Are you still touring right now, or are you going to be on the road soon?
Right now, I am off this week. Last week I toured. Next week I'll be in Charlotte, North Carolina. The 29th, if anybody's around Charlotte, North Carolina, I'll be playing the Almost Famous show at the Comedy Zone on the 29th of June. And for my people down in Florida, July 14th, 15th, and 16th, I'll be at Last Inn at Fort Myers.
Hell yeah, man. And can we pick up some merch at slapthestupid.com or Moag?
Please pick up some merch at slapthestupid.com. Slap the Stupid, because that's why I still have the Save the World Slap the Stupid shirts. I still have some of those.
Oh, I might have to buy one of those.
What about that pale yellow one? What was that one? That was the one I wanted.
The which one?
The yellow one. I can't remember what it was. It was the...
Oh, the yellow one is a limited edition. That was the mobility shirt, because that picture on that shirt was the very first time I got back on stage after dropping dead.
Oh, wow.
That shirt is a picture. What happened was I was at the Chicago Comedy Exposition. Well, let me tell you real quick. So when I went into the hospital, I had already applied to be in like 3 or 4 different comedy festivals last year. And in the hospital, I get emails, hey, you've been accepted to this one, you've been accepted to this one, you've been accepted to this one. I'm like, fuck, I don't know if I'm able to go to these.
Right.
So when I got out of the hospital, went into rehab, they were just like, so what's the goal you want? I was like, I have to perform in Chicago July 9th. And they're like, we'll have you ready. I'm like, cool. So that shirt, the picture of that shirt is me being rolled off stage by my friend Benny Elbows at the show in one of the shows in Chicago, and my hands are up in the air because I had told a joke, because Benny Elbows is like 7 foot tall white guy pushing me around in a wheelchair, and my opening line of that show was, I really feel like a Bond villain now. I have a big white guy pushing me around. All I need is to be stroking your pussy. And then I called out my friend's name. I was like, hey, Andy, get over here, you puss. And, and he got me back calling me the fat black Professor X, and I just lost my shit. And I was like, that's it. I was like, fuck you, sir. But that's what that shirt is. You want one, I'll get you one. Don't worry about that. Just talk to me afterwards.
Oh, absolutely.
Get you one.
So, is that like a common thing that you do with your friends? Y'all fuck with each other while y'all are on stage?
Constantly. Let me tell you a piece of advice about comedy. If a comic likes you, we are the meanest pieces of shit to you. We love it. We will bash you until you cry.
I told you, Tristan. I told you I thought you were a cool guy. I'm not just a dick.
Yeah, it's when the comics don't talk to you, they think you're shit. But if we bash you, we're buds, you know.
All right.
I talk shit to my friends all the time.
I do a bit just because Tristan cannot handle the fact that some people think the earth is flat.
Oh, God.
And then what I do is I direct the audience to go talk to Tristan after the show.
Okay, that's funny.
Yeah.
Nobody's never done it yet, though, mostly because he's like, don't do it. I think he might freak out.
Where are these flat earth people coming from?
Texas.
Yeah, mostly, it seems like. Just because it's flat here doesn't mean the whole earth is like that.
Is that where they're coming from? Seriously, Texas? That's what the whole thing is about?
I have no idea,
Who knows, man? Like, it might be from the coast, because some of the theories is that if you zoom in too far on a camera, you see things that are out of your view. It's crazy.
Dude, it takes all different types of crazy to work this world, man.
Yeah.
We gotta get a fight going between the flat earth people and the hollow earth people.
Oh, yeah, we can pin them against each
That'd
other.
be cool.
None of us have to deal with their shit anymore.
Exactly. See, that's my way of ending radical Muslim terrorism. If we aim ISIS at Al Qaeda and say, "Hey, he said your mama sucked a dick," and then just
Damn it, Mo.
What?
That's perfect. That is
Break
perfect.
through the window with the ISIS symbol, you know.
I'm making my own goddamn shirts. They're gonna say Mo Alexander for president. He's got this shit.
You're like the third person to say that this week. I can't run for president. I got more skeletons in my closet
Hey, man,
than
that's-
Auschwitz on a Sunday night.
That's 3 votes, man. You could do it.
Trump doesn't give a shit. He just said, he was like, yeah, I probably called her a lesbo. Fuck it. And then he just moves on. Like, you can just deal with it like that.
Anytime the North Korean leader says a person is a good choice for president, run the fuck away from that person.
No, half the country's voting, dude.
You know, they're not going to vote. They're not going to. Half the country says they're going to vote, but these are the same people who will get drunk as shit on election eve. Like, yeah, we're getting up tomorrow. We're voting for Trump. Yeah.
Well, yeah, then they got to be at, they forget they got to be at Walmart at 10 a.m.
Exactly, and they got a greased pig next to them. Like, come here, boy, let me make you squeal.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I think you and my dad might get along in a weird not getting along way.
Me and Trump, I would punch Trump in his hair.
I punched Trump in his hair.
I would shave that fucker bald and put it on a chipmunk and see what happens. Fucking weirdo.
Chipmunk might start building a wall. You never know, Mo. You don't mess with the universe like that, man.
Look, I put on a Kool-Aid Man costume. I ain't scared. Yeah, this whole election season, you know, I can't stand. I can't stand any of them. The one I loved to hate was Ben Carson. You know that?
Oh yeah.
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 I just tell everyone I'm voting Vermin Supreme, and they usually just leave me alone.
You were silly.
Free ponies for everyone, Mo.
I need dental work, dude. He's all about the hygiene.
I'm trying to figure out we can make it a constitutional amendment just to keep Obama in for another 4 years, just to piss Trump people off.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, you I mean, we can start a revolution if you want to. We could do that.
I have no problem with revolutions if we can schedule it between American Ninja Warrior seasons. I'm good with that.
We're taking a break for filming, everyone.
I think America, we're lazy enough here. We should be like, we can do war, but it's like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Exactly.
We're taking a 4-day weekend.
The only way America in its current state would ever have a revolution if they make it a reality show.
It's a good idea. Seriously? I'm gonna pitch that to Seth MacFarlane. He might be down.
Seriously, that's the only way we're too fucking lazy and stupid as a human race right now, American population, to actually have a revolution.
It's either that or Facebook. Something. Facebook would have to tell them to do it. Like, if Facebook told them, they would do it.
Facebook wouldn't do it. It wouldn't even. The only people on Facebook they're too lazy watching Facebook to actually do it.
That's actually, I never thought of it like that. Yeah.
They're like, holy shit, we got a revolution. I gotta tweet this. Oh fuck.
Yeah. You're pointing out all my faults here. I didn't understand.
I'm just trying to make a sense of the whole thing.
Is this why my revolution hasn't taken hold yet? I've tried really hard. I've posted many things.
America tried to have a revolution. It was called Occupy Wall Street. And what did they do?
They fucked up a part.
Tweet about it. That's what they did. That was the revolution. That was the failed revolution. They sat and tweeted about Occupy Wall Street. It was like, hey, these people make too much money. You should give it to some of these people. No, fuck you. Okay, I'm going to tweet about this. It didn't work.
It's a classic sticks and stones may break your bones, but words don't cause revolutions.
Exactly, sir. Exactly. You know, there was hope. There was hope a few years ago when all these Arab Springs broke out because of Twitter. Like, hey, we're tired of this. Okay, let's do something about it. And people in Egypt and other places had an uprising. And then America did it. It was like Occupy Wall Street. And I'm just like, people suck.
We can all play hacky sack for a while.
Yes, exactly. Let's play hacky sack. And let's go to Starbucks and have. Wait, I don't have any Wi-Fi for my computer, so I can't tweet about me getting Starbucks while playing hacky sack.
My favorite part is they're like, let's occupy. We'll stick it to the man. Let's go to Starbucks.
Exactly.
Let's go pay $5.25 for a small latte.
America lost any hope for a revolution when they learned the word latte.
I was actually trying to think of a joke like that too. I was like, the one thing you know how you won't start a revolution is by drinking fucking lattes.
That's it. But that's it. Seriously.
And if you get mad about a red cup, we lost the revolution.
There'll be no future playwrights writing about Alexander Hamilton in his Starbucks cup.
His Starbucks cup.
Yeah, you don't have that happening. You won't have Neil deGrasse Tyson with his Afro sheen or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna. We're too complicit now. It's like, hey, Black Lives Matter. Oh wait, Friends is on. I need to watch that. Oh, shut up.
It's funny that you mentioned Tyson, dude. Like I've been really enjoying the fact that now on social media I see a lot more of Bill Nye being like weed's not that bad, God ain't real, like he's just like somehow like he went all anarchist, like Bill Nye the Anarchy.
Yes, I love Bill Nye. He's one of my favorite people. He just did not give a damn.
Yeah, man, I think I might faint.
He debated Ken Ham over evolution, which that was funny. Now Sarah Palin wants some. She needs to get dick slapped by Neil deGrasse Tyson and Bill Nye.
Dude, I've been telling every person on the planet that I know Doug Stanhope's bit about Sarah Palin.
Oh, what is it? I don't even know that one.
He's like, you think Sarah Palin can run the country? Like, she had 5 kids, 2 of which were retarded. She had the actual retarded kid and the one that joined the military.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man, and like, I died laughing when I heard that, dude.
There's a comic out there. I can't think of his name right now because I've been drinking. But there's one comic, and I have the exact same joke, and it's not because we stole each other's joke, but we're both sick human beings. Very sick human beings. And because I used to do a joke about Sarah Palin back in the 2008 election about how she had a kid who's mentally handicapped. She named it Trig, which just makes me just prove how stupid this bitch is. Because why would you name a kid after any kind of math you know he's never going to take?
Bitch, dude.
I'm a horrible human, guys.
I cannot wait to get our first hate mail. This is gonna be great.
Oh, you gotta get hate mail. That's fine. Please forward the hate mail to me when you get it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Mo, why don't you send us hate mail?
I'm not gonna send you hate mail. I love you guys. I want other people to send you hate mail. Like, I hate that big Negro you were talking to. You were really funny comics till the big Negro came in.
Dude, I can't wait. If I get some hate mail, I'm gonna Skype you and we can go over it together.
That'd be great. You know what? That'd be a great reason for putting me back on the podcast. You get the hate mail, and then we podcast about the hate mail from the first podcast.
There you go.
That's meta right there. That is meta.
We'll call it Hate Mo.
We'll definitely have you back on again, man, because I started trying to do this one super professionally because I didn't want to. I don't know what I was thinking, but it's definitely got a lot more fun towards the end. But we're about to have to wrap it up. We'll definitely have you on again, man. But is there anything you want to plug? Website, Twitter, anything like that?
My Twitter is Mo Alexander. My Facebook is Comedian Mo Alexander. And please go buy yourself a Slap the Stupid t-shirt at slapthestupid.com. The new CD is out. You can get that from iTunes or Google Play or cdbaby.com. The new CD is called Got Clots. It's about me dropping dead and coming back to life and realizing that the world is even dumber than I thought it was.
Awesome, man. We fucking appreciate it, dude. You're awesome comedian, one of the funniest guys I know, man. You guys make sure to look him up, Mr. Mo Alexander.
Hey, man, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Both of you, good luck in your careers.